Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakafadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity, risking your freedoms and your lives to do so. All right, this is Brother Lahab coming to you with another lesson to make you understand the panic that the Lord is about to send on this earth. Well, it says in the book of Daniel that I'm going to get. And the 12th chapter. What's about to befall this place? This is Daniel's 12. Start at verse all right, I'm gonna start at verse verse 1. This is Daniel's 12:1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was, since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one shall be found written in the book." So it's telling you how terrible things are gonna have to get if an archangel, one of the highest angels, is about to interfere in what's going to happen, man. Something that you don't see on a daily basis, all right? It's not something metaphorical, man. What's about to happen, it says, you've never seen this. You've never heard of this. It's not written in history, all right? The things that are about to befall the earth have never gone down, man. For one thing we mention now, is that it's going to be with those nukes, which that's still a great... That's still a great sign. That's still a great play that the Lord is about to bring. But we know what's about to come far as with that. And once we're really in the shit, all the hell the Lord is going to bring out is going to be crazy. So much that you're going to have Leviathan walking around. I mean, you're going to have spirits hopping on people that already are, coming from different dimensions, right? But this is Isaiah 9:5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this is about to be a different war that's about to be fought, man. For one, it's demons all on these people, man. All right? The spiritual war in the aspect, we're going through that right now, even though we're still going to be going through it until we get up out of here. But it's about to get, a lot rougher and a lot tougher, man. Because this is the end, all right? It's no signs of this getting better. The Lord doesn't want it to, What will I if it be already kindled? All right? But skipping down to verse Daniel 12:13, it says, "But go thou thy way to the end be, for thou shalt rest and shalt stand in thy lot at the end of the days." So since the prophets came out, that's a sign that this is the end. All right? We were all asleep until the Lord, woke us up with this purpose, because now is the time for these things to be spoken, because soon it's going to be, really all-out war to where we're not going to be able to speak these things, and the mouths of the prophets are going to be sealed up, man. Why? Because this is the end, all right? Because for one, with every end, there's revealing, and we were doing the revealing, the unveiling, all right? It says this is the time to where thy people are going to be delivered. Right, this is Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain, he's talking about the Lord, the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, meaning the lies that's been spread. Because, one of the greatest things being is that, the so-called Negroes is the Jew according to the Bible, all right? As well as the natives and Hispanics being the Israelites according to the Bible, all right? And we are the chosen people, and the man that's being in control, that's made himself into an angel of light, is really the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is Satan literally incarnate, meaning in the flesh, because you have a spiritual demon, Satan. But this man does all the workings of that guy. And it says that in the book of Thessalonians, man, when the time of this man be revealed. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab that real quick. Men's hearts failing them for want of fear. We're about to come into that pretty soon, man. It's the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse verse 3, Salaki. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And we know who that son of perdition is. I just spoke of who he is, all right? He looks like a so-called white man, all right? And I phrase it that way because we have many of our people that have mixed among his race, and some of them may look like him, but naturally they come from or go back to a brown-skinned man. But this guy is the devil, man, as well as these other nations that follow after him. Even amongst our people are found wicked men, as the Bible says. They follow after this wickedness, and they complain, on the infringements that this devil does, his unrighteous decrees, because, it's unaffordable housing, jobs not paying enough, things of that nature, all right? The unjust system of how one race can get away with another thing. And now you got E complaining about this new thing where what's the guy name, Denny, something like that choked the homeless man out on the subway. Well, they don't like the fact that they feel like they getting treated like niggas, even though he did just kill a man in cold blood. That's murder. No matter how you want to justify and say, yeah, well, people shouldn't fuck around. Well, that's murder. Because if it had been a Jake, he would have been in jail. He would have been actually, they probably would have gave him capital punishment. I don't know if they brought it back in Florida yet, but they do plan to bring these things back and at a higher rate, because it's going to be, one of the reasons why I even have this clip up, this little thumbnail, is because some of the things that are going to be going down, it's going to be like Judge Dredd. It's going to be, well, your judgment is out here on the streets. It's not going to be in a courtroom. We don't need all that. You don't get no lawyers. You're guilty. The times that we're coming in are going to be very strict, man. And you've been hearing brothers talk about these 15-minute cities more and more. Well, that's going to become a thing. That you're going to only have so much time to get back to your house, and they're going to have it set up that way where it's going to be a natural curfew where no one is out, man. All right. But then again, also, you have the rebellion of this within these people that's going to fight against such things, man. All right? I don't have my apocrypha on me, otherwise I would get it. But yeah, it talks about how the Lord's going to put sedition among men, and and they're not going to basically their authority figures and invading one another, all right? These things they're gonna occur because the end is at hand. It's like, I'm not sure if I finished this verse out, but it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, which is us going down, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Which those are the two things that it noted. We had to fall away, and this man who destroyed our nation had to be revealed. Now we're coming into the time to where he's being revealed, because our falling away was a part of the end. All right. The end started 2,000 years ago, and after that we rose, well, actually we fell with the sack on Jerusalem that Yahushua had prophesied about, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Then after that we rose into the Roman flanks, and then that empire disintegrated, and we became into a monarchy over Europe and different parts of Africa, and so forth. And then the Lord took us down. And now the Lord is coming back to get this man of sin, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he is as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not when I was with you, I told you these things? So these are just reminders of what's to occur, man, and how it's going to occur. The Lord left signs, he left tokens, he gave us wonders, things that would befall the times, and then signs in the heavens. All right, these are all tokens of the Lord's coming. So we're in this part of this unveiling, and now the rest of these prophecies have to occur. This man is going to bring this CBDC. He's going to bring that Internet of Things. He's going to fuse man with AI, which is because really AI is lacking. It needs that infusion, far as with this man. All right, because it kind of needs a man. It needs someone to control it. Although you've been hearing a lot of haywire stuff that goes wild with it, because the Lord's been putting spirits on these robots and this man's technological system. It's a lot of craziness that goes on with it, But at the end of the day, that's the reason why this guy wants to mate man with it, And once he does that, that's going to be the true end of this society. And we've revealed that. We've revealed that this man's end is going to be bitter wormwood, man. The hell? How am I missing a page? Slocky, just looking for a scripture real quick. All right, yeah, here it is. I'm gonna just start at verse verse 15. Actually, I'm starting at verse 14. This is Revelations 9 and 14. It says, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day, and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And that's, you guessed it, the so-called white man. He is the third part of men. You have the sons of God, you have the sons of men, and you have the third part of men, which that is the wicked, the sons of the wicked, the sons of perdition. All right. It says, and the number of the army of horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth, and of brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. It's talking about the nuclear missiles. All right, because those are all the properties that are found in a nuke. All right. That's how you make a nuke. Hey, the Bible is real, man. I'm gonna finish that off though. Just looking for something else. Yeah, this is hope that I'm gonna run back to this Revelation. This is Revelation 9 and 18. It says, by these was a third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Because that's how this place called America, or Homeland Security, aka Babylon the Great, in the Bible, is going to go out. by burning and fuel of fire. Just how you kind of see it, it looks like missiles are striking these people right there. Well, that's what's coming, man. That's what's coming. Lots and lots of fire. All right, that hell fire that they always talk about. Well, the Lord is bringing heavenly fire, man, to cleanse. But this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 8, and it says, actually, I'm starting verse 7. Actually, verse 6, it says, "How ye, for the day of the Lord Yahweh is at hand. It shall be as a destruction from the Almighty." And it says, "Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt." So we're coming into a time to where it's going to be great panic, all right? Even before these missiles touch down on this soil, man. These people are going to be in great fear, a fear that they don't even see coming, all right? Especially for one, the veil is being opened that, and when it's actually really going to get more open, because when all this shit fails, they going to understand that they got duped, that their leaders did not have their best interests in mind, that they got left out and stranded. Even the rich of you Negroes and other nations, man. All right, because if you ain't got one of those bunkers, if you're not of the super rich, because for you to have a little money, you all right. You ain't, but when the time comes, you're not gonna be in good standing either, man. If you're not a part of the super wealthy, in that day you're gonna perish, and then the super wealthy themselves are gonna go into slavery. They're gonna be the first ones to go into slavery. But I'm going to finish this off. It says, "And they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth." And it says, "They shall be amazed one at another, and their faces shall be as flames." Yeah. That also goes into the astonishment, but literally their faces are going to be as flames, man. People are going to be having heart attacks from such fear that they're about to come into, man. People are going to be having heart attacks when they see the missiles coming down from the sky, when they see the chariots, man. It's going to be a time of great terror, because the elect, shit, they're going to be in fear, but it's going to be more of a fear of relief and a fear of, well, shit, glad we didn't cross our dad, man. Because I see what it's like to do that. It comes with judgment, man. It comes with judgments. But it says, and I'm gonna just finish verse 9. It says, "Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it." All right. So yeah, all that God is all love. What we're about to see, man. You tell me what you see from the deeds that you've been doing and what the Lord is about to do, that He's all love. I seen a woman say that on this post, that a woman had actually brought out the scriptures that said the Lord hateth all these things. She was using the Proverbs 6, this nigga woman, she had brought it out. And then some other woman came on there saying God is all love. But you just read the scripture. You make the Most High a liar, and He's not a liar. That means you're a liar. And the Lord don't deal with liars, man. But all right, I'm gonna read verse 19. It says, "For their power is in their mouth," talking about the warheads of these nukes. And it says, "In their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt." Talking about, the flame that comes behind the missile head, man. It's a warhead. It says, "The rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wormwood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts." And that's going to be the elites going into slavery, man. They're not going to repent from the things they did. They plan to reemerge on top. After doing all this wickedness, actually after pushing everybody else to do all this wickedness, man. They still think they're going to go out on top, and they're not. It says that you're going to be hunted from out of the holes of the rocks, man. So you dig into hell. Yeah, this is Amos chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, I saw the Lord Yahweh standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. And that's exactly what's about to happen, man. Right? There's no escaping out of the hand of the Lord, whether it be for deliverance or whether it be for destruction. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up into heaven, thence will I bring them down. Those space stations and these underground cities, the Lord's going to destroy all this shit. Not to mention, when he shakes the earth, some of that stuff is going to get moved out of its place anyway, man. All right? Because we've never actually been under a nuclear attack. The Lord said he's going to shake the earth. It says it's going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. So there's no planning for the day of the Lord, man. All you got to do is just keep on walking in faith. And if you don't have that, then you're shit out of luck. The Lord, hey, he made mention of these things, take no thought for tomorrow. All right? Speaking of these things, it's such evil, man. You know? This is James chapter 4, verse 13. It says, go to now, ye that say today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not that what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. Something you don't even have control of. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live, and do this or that. But now ye rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him is sin. And the so-called white man has become the biggest sinner because he did not approach anything with the spirit of faith. Not to mention, he was good until he put his hands on us and the book. But now he's become the world's biggest sinner, man. All right? He's broken all laws, all covenants. You know, he's broken the everlasting covenant. He's wicked, man. The Lord has to take this guy out of authority. All right? So it says, though you dig into hell, you know the Lord's going to come get you. It says, though you climb into heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. That's talking about Leviathan. So these are the dark times that we're coming into. But I'm going to get a few more before I end it off, man. This is Jeremiah 15:1. It says, then said the Lord Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as are for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. Talking about 2/3 of our people that would not hear these things before, you know, the evil day came. The Lord is, the Lord is gonna say you're gonna seek him early, right before the destruction. He's gonna deny you, man. You know, if we deny him, he will deny us. If you deny him, he cannot deny himself. The Lord is still going to perform. He's still going to perform the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because he came and did that in the flesh. Now you know he want to do it in the spirit, in that spiritual body, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this lesson off. wasn't supposed to make it too long. The point being is that you can feel what's about to come, and the world is changing each day. Shit. Even the migrants that are coming up here, man, what are they doing? They're jabbing them up, man. And then they're gonna get here and face all types of of discrimination. The job market is gonna continue to go down the drain, and it's gonna be more and more crime. And sooner or later, we're just gonna be in that dry ass tree. Because right now we're still in the green. But with that, I'm gonna end this lesson off and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Shalom, and a Bible ball.